It's Adele from Let's Get Inkie, and today I've had a few requests to show my Use It Up little journal that I have. Now, this is probably my favourite journal, and it's the easiest freaking journal to put together. So all I do is, whenever I have leftover paint, leftover modelling paste, if I've used a stencil and I don't quite feel like cleaning it up straight away, I put it in here because it already gives me a background and I can just use it when I feel like being lazy. So I've used a Dylusions A5 sized creative journal. I couldn't have perfected the awesomeness of the paint splattered cover if I tried. So that's just from me lying it in my wet paint. There's some glue on there. So I really just love the way it looks, and it's a bit chunky and used. It just feels really nice. So it starts off looking like this, which is a bit thinner, a bit more sensible looking. This is one that I bought this one, and I started to use it as a planner, like a artsy planner, but I made a couple of weeks and then didn't use it, of course, because that's how I roll. So this will end up being my second Use It Up journal once I'm finished with this one. But I think the A5 size is a good size because it's not too big, it's not too small, but it's just right. It's the Goldilocks size of journals, really, when you just feel like doing a quick little something, haven't got much paint left, and you put it in. So I'll show you a couple of examples of pages. So the journal starts off, it's got a nice pocket here which you can put things in, and then that's how it's bound. So it's stitched binding, which does mean that if you make your pages too wet, they can run onto other pages. This journal is not about perfection. It's not going to end up clean. It's not going to be perfect. So if you're worried about things being exactly perfect, this might be a good project for you because they can't be. Aaron told me an amazing thing the other day. He realised that this is so you can put a pen down here and sit it there. How genius is that? Totally did never, ever occur to me, but I really like that idea. So, like I said, this is from Dylusions, and it's their A5 size. And so what I do, if I've got spare paint, I'll just paint it on here. Rather than washing all of the spare paint off my paintbrush, I'll just put as much as I can here and then wash it. If I've got paint out on a palette and I've only got a tiny bit left, I'll just plop it in on here. If I've got stencils, I'm really lazy, everyone. And if I can get 2 uses out of something for the time of cleaning up one, then I'm going to go for it. So if I use a stencil in either my scrapbooking or my other art journaling, before I clean it off, I will straight away open this up and put it in here. So you can see I've got a bit of stenciling here. I've got some, this is some modelling paint. This is the, what's it called? Shimmers Dazzlers, I think, which is like a shimmery modelling paste. And it did stick together quite a lot. Like it's dry. It's been dry forever, but it's still a bit tacky. So I might have to paint over that or put something over the top of that. Here's another one. Here's this is left over from some jelly printing that I did. So I'll give you a look through the whole album, but it's just basically, if you've got extra paint, just to smush it in here, get it used up. It's also good for testing stamps. If that image hadn't have stamped properly, I could just paint over it and no harm done. I use it for my watercolour palette. I have watercolours in tubes, so I will often put them in here to use. Here I felt like doing some spraying to test out some new colours that I got. So it's just all about using up your paint, and then when you feel like doing a journal page but not starting from scratch, this is perfect. So I'll show you what I've done so far, and then we might even do a page or 2. We'll see how we go. So to start off with, I've started going back and filling in some of the pages, and what I like to do is I like to add either like magazine pictures, photos, just a little focal image for every page, and I'm trying to make this one a quote on every page. I think that would be nice. So there's this little one. And then this one's got some beautiful gold modelling paste in here. And I also tried using my, I don't know if you can see it, my heat wave, I think it's a heat wave tool where you can write, where you have gold foil down and then it's a heated tool and you can write over the top. If you'd like to see a demo of that. Everyone has decided to come down my street today. Beep, beep. So instead of trying it on a scrap piece of paper, I tried it in here. And this is just a picture that I got from, I think, a Frankie magazine. We've got this one. So I just combined a magazine image, some doodling, a stamp, a little bit of this modelling paste over here somewhere. So it really is a hodgepodge. I love this one. I really, really like that. I like the blue popping in the background. I love this colour. When I was younger, this was my jam, this colour. My best friend and I would wear this like electric blue kind of cobalt colour everywhere. It was my favourite colour. Then I've got this one. So I cut out this picture and I thought, when am I going to use a hand with grapes? But I just really liked, you could see like every little bit of this man's hand and it was just really cute. And then I put this little quote that I found with it. So it's a good book to do if you want to do some art journaling on the couch, because a lot of the messy bit is already done and you don't really have to mess it up. You don't have to really get very painty if you don't want to, because the background's basically done. This page has been annoying me a little bit. I feel like it needs something else, like something here. So I thought today, I have these little containers on my desk and they're from IKEA. If I can find the link, I'll put it in the description down below, but I've limited myself to this amount of embellishments on my desk. So the top one is basically leftover packets that I've started using and then got too lazy to put away, so they just go in here. This one is some handmade little embellishments. Then I've got my favourite little glittery hearts, and then this one's some chunky wood veneer and buttons and that type of thing. I might have a look and see if there's a little something that can go here. That would be cute, but it might not sit properly over the fold. Let's see, what have I got? There's a lot of like layering pieces here, not too many focal images. I do need to go through this, I think, and figure out what I want. Well, that could work. Could work. Maybe. So let me know in the comments below if you have a little use it up journal. I really, really recommend it. Oh, what about this one? Yes, maybe both of them. I like it because it's flat, but because it has stitching on it, it looks like you've gone to a lot of effort when you really haven't. So I'm just going to use some wet glue and glue it down. Come on, Mr. Glue. Come on. I'm fighting with all of my glues at the moment. We're not having a good time. This poor Scotch glue, I keep cutting its nozzle shorter and shorter and shorter, and soon it will hate me completely. I'm just going to smush that down, kind of overlap the glue a little bit. And whoa, okay. That's okay. You can splurt out if you want to. Now you might be thinking, Adele, why are you not using your little tiny one? It's because I broke it. Aaron tried to fix it, but I feel it is truly broken. So we're going to have to get a new one of those, I think. I left the lid off and it completely dried up. And I can't save it. There's no saving it. That looks cute. It just needs a little something extra, and the grey goes with the grey. Love it. Now, that is still wet with glue. So I'm just going to put a piece of greaseproof paper and keep turning. So on this one, I don't know if you can see it, but there's some modelling paste through a stencil in the background. I like that one. I like the dots around the outside. I think that really made it. This one's empty, but it's got lots of modelling paste stencils in the background. This one I started, I haven't quite finished this one yet, but I just did some stamping and then some little quote stamping here, but it needs something else. It needs another texture. It's a bit too flat, even though that's modelling paste, but it's a bit too flat. So I don't really go in order all of the time. This needs something else too, maybe a border. I love this one. That one needs a bit more glue. I just pick whatever calls to me. I love this. This is modelling paste with some smooshed watercolour over the top. And then this was a to-do list, and then I did some modelling paste over the top and then stuck this image on. It's a photo. Love this hot fluoro colour. This was another watercolour palette that I used, and then I just smooshed them together. This is one Anita did for me. Thanks, Neats. And then I just did this one actually. There was gel medium through a stencil. I actually did a video on my Inkie Quill, my main channel, of, you might remember it if you've seen it, where I used gel medium through this leafy stencil and did a circle, like I left a circle free and then did all around the outside. And for some reason this one was sticking together a lot, so I've painted over it and we'll see how we go. You can still see you can't really on camera, but you can still see it underneath. So we'll see how that goes. Not finished. Work in progress. I think that one's done. So yeah, it's just a really fun way to use up your leftover paint and actually make another journal for not really much effort, if that makes sense, because your backgrounds are usually done for you, and then you can pick this up, take it to the couch with a little handful of supplies and just kind of stick stuff and doodle. And yeah, it's a nice relaxing way to journal. Now at the back here I don't have many free pages, so I got 1, 2, love that colour, 3, 4, love this, 4. So I've got 4 double empty pages and that's it. But these, so like for example, what is that pink one? This one's not done, so I would leave this. Next time I had a stencil, I would go back and do some more. If I had a little bit of paint, I could just smoosh it on there. So that's my use up journal. Let's do another page though, just a nice quick one. I did this the other day. This was, I ripped it out of a colouring book and I had some leftover watercolours, so I just kind of smooshed the colour around a little bit. And I'm thinking it would look really nice on one of these back pages, maybe this one. So I'm just going to pause the camera and quickly cut this girl holding the sign out, and then we'll jazz this page up a little bit. Okay, she's all cut out, not glued out, she's all cut out. And I'm thinking here, because there's a bit of gold paint here, but it kind of looks a bit like a tea stain. So I'm thinking of covering that up and putting her here. This is the back side of that paper, and I'm actually going to keep it and just kind of cut it a bit neatly, and I'll use that on another page for a background. So think about your scraps, peeps. Think about your scraps, you can use them. So I'm thinking of putting that there and then maybe doing a tiny bit of stenciling over the top just to tie it in a little bit. I'm going to grab my glue stick, I think, for this one. So I've just got a glue stick, Bostik glue stick. I'm not really fussed with glue sticks as long as it's not the very El Cheapo brand here in Australia. They don't tend to work that well, so I do like Bostik or Yoo-hoo. Or I tried this, I think it was like an Elmer's one, which is what you American ladies have. And it was like extreme adhesive or something. It was really good, but I've run out. And since haven't found it again. So I'm just going to stick that down. There we go. And because I'm using just a glue stick for this one, because there is no texture to this at all. It's just paint. Just paint. There's no modelling paste, there's no gesso, there's no bumpiness. So let me just grab my stencils and we'll see which one might work with it. I keep my stencils in just a display folder, and I keep the same ones all together. So these are all my hearts, all my bunnies, my numbers, and they go on like that. Now I've already got numbers here, so I'm thinking just like a nice shape, maybe some triangles. Triangles could work, or maybe this one. I don't think I've used this one yet. That one would be nice. Okay, that's a possibility. I also do like the triangles though. Maybe that's my favorite triangle one. I do like that one too. Oh, I put my arrow. This is one of my favorites. This is by my friend Anita for Flutterby Designs. It's lovely. Oh, I could do the flowers. I love this one. It's slowly dying, but it's getting there. It's getting there slowly. Oh, I could do the flowers. Yeah, I think I might do the flowers. What else have I got? Yeah, flowers. Ooh, geometric shape. I was about to say the important thing is you don't give this too much thought, but obviously not being a great example of that right now. I think I might do some flowers up the top here and then mirror it down here with some flowers and go over her dress a little bit. So I'm going to grab my Dilutions paints and my ink. Oh, what are they called? It's a Tim Holtz tool and it's a sponge with a handle, a smudgy device thing. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. You'll know what I mean. If not, please someone in the comments below tell me what it's really called. Ink dauber? Could be ink dauber. Could be. Found it. It's actually called a mini ink blending foam thingamajiggy from Ranger, and you can buy them in a set with the handle, and then there's a bit of Velcro and it just kind of, this pad sticks to it, and then you can buy the refills for it as well. So that's what it is if you're looking for it. These are just my other colours that I have floating around. I tend to use mine more for my Dilutions paints rather than ink, just because I'm not much of an inker. I'm more of a painter. Now this is almost dead, but it's great for picking up some paint because you don't need too much. I learnt that the hard way. I've probably got too much on here anyway, but I'm just going to pop my stencil here and just do a bit of, yep, got too much, but that's okay. We'll work with it. And you can either dab or you can kind of do a, depending on your stencil, this is a bit of a delicate one. Ooh.